Hi, this is Edric Donnan, CEO of Amaris Premium Aviation. We have the privilege today of welcoming Mr. Robert Dengler, illustrious Canadian entrepreneur, aircraft owner, and pilot. Mr. Dengler, thank you so much for joining us.
I'm a mining engineer, and I started a company in 1980 as a mining contractor, and gradually we built the company rather dramatically through the 80s. As a contractor, we acquired a drilling division. We acquired a high-tech metallurgical division, and as the company grew, we started to morph into operating mines for clients, and then we started operating mines for our own account. We went public and were traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange in 1967, and the company was bought in 2007. So I was concerned that my brain would atrophy, and one of our friends suggested I take up helicopter flying, which I did at the age of 66. And I have been flying helicopters now for 13 years. I've owned the Bell 429 since 2010. It was the first Bell 429 delivered in Canada, serial number 12. There's over 350 Bell 429s out there flying today. And I've had the good fortune to fly it coast to coast in Canada, coast to coast in the US a few times, up into the Canadian Arctic in 2015. And of course, the huge adventure was to fly it around the world. We're the first Canadians to fly a helicopter around the world, and we are the first father and son team, we believe, to fly anything around the world that will be or has been approved by the FAI in Switzerland. It was an incredible journey, and needless to say, one of the problems with the helicopter is keeping it clean. When you fly huge numbers of hours to fly around the world, and of course, even in my private use, it's always a challenge keeping it clean. It's a labor-intensive job cleaning a helicopter. You can't use a machine, you don't really use pressure washers on it. It's a hand application of keeping it clean. The product that you have put on it and the change you made in the finish, in my opinion, restored it to what it looked like the day I took delivery. And in fact, I think it even, to me, feels smoother than the brand new paint job. It's just an incredible finish. The other area that I had mentioned to you previously was the improvement in the windscreen. Windscreens are plexiglass, and they are subject to scratching and deterioration from the sun and so on. Man, the product you put on it has returned that windscreen to, in my opinion, brand new condition. It's just terrific. I couldn't say too much about the finish. In fact, when I take friends up for a helicopter ride, I suggest that they should rub the back of their fingers on the finish just to feel it. It is so smooth, it's incredible. The product is such that even when you are sitting with the rotors turning and you ask it to lift, the windscreens are immediately cleared. The rain just comes off it, or the moisture comes off it so fast, even in a situation where you have just moisture as opposed to rain, which sometimes makes it difficult to see. It comes right off the windscreen, just at a fast rate. It's quite amazing. It's not just cosmetic improvement for sure. It reduces the time required to keep the helicopter clean, and that's always a challenge. In fact, where I keep the helicopter in Arizona, I had a fellow that used to detail my cars, and I taught him, based on what you taught me to do, I actually brought him out and taught him, rather than using the typical companies that clean aircraft, because in my view, they're a little too hard on them, they're harsh, and of course, this is a baby that has to be looked after with tender, loving care, and he would do that for me. Edric, it's been great getting to know you, and it's been really terrific to have the Amaris product on the helicopter. And needless to say, I will certainly tell all my friends about the Amaris product. I think it's terrific.